up, bud? You want to hold the phone?
Yeah.
There you go. Put your seatbelt on. Alright guys, another kind of vlog style video. I'm not sure what we're going to get into today. It's about 2 o'clock. Me and Bruno have to go to Tractor Supply to get some oil, go across the road and look at a tree, and stop by my mom's house and get back here hopefully before it gets dark. Got some work to do on the tractor this afternoon if we get back before it gets dark, so we'll see what happens. And one more thing, gotta go by Lowe's or Home Depot, probably Lowe's, it's right there beside Tractor Supply, and get some stickers. I am completely out of stickers here at the Sawmill, and I can't remember the last time I was out of stickers. So we got all 4 of the casters on. Now I need to flip this thing over and put the plywood on top of this frame and attach it. And here's something you can do if you're ever building something like this that will save you a little guesswork and just make things a little bit easier. So right here we got these little cross sections. You can call them ribs or whatever. I got 3 of them besides the ones on the end, which is actually a part of the frame. And when I flip this plywood over and attach it, not only do you want to attach it on the outside perimeter here of this frame, but you also want to attach it to these ribs right here. And sometimes you'll miss these when you're drilling down into them because you can't see them. You're just going based off your measurements and what you can see on the sides. So what I like to do is make things as easy as possible. I'll go ahead and draw some lines on both sides like this right here. So now when we flip this thing over and attach it, on these 3 ribs, I'll see these layout marks facing me. I'll put this as the face that I'm screwing down into. And it just makes it a lot easier attaching stuff and makes things go faster, because it's very easy to try to eyeball something like this and miss your mark and the screw doesn't even hit it, because you only got a 2x4 here screwing down into. Not a lot of surface area right here on the side, so you want to make sure you get your nails down into this and not mess it. And if you just do a rehearsal like this, that's what Paul Sellers calls it. He's a famous woodworker over in England. It really just makes things go a lot faster and a lot easier whenever you start going into your assembly. When I do a layout on something like this where you have to pre-drill all your holes in order for no tear out or busting up these 2x4s, I lay them out and put the holes on the same mark on every one of these boards in this frame, which is really overkill. You know, it's not fine furniture or nothing like that, but it makes things go faster. And it looks better when you stand back and look at it. And I think it's built better when you do stuff like that.
It's like, they're like, they're first in line, they're probably in a good mood actually. They're hopeful. Okay. We all have that blessing. Do you think that people, I have a friend in Arizona who keeps a few cattle, like a hobby. But is it something that if somebody has a couple acres, they can buy a calf and kind of learn some of these things, or is it sort of like use some of your equipment that kind of you don't have to be a yeah. And it, you know, it's a mental discipline.
Work hard out, need it.
Your dad in California, he didn't. What did he kill in the chin? And had lost their mind because of the certainty of what was going to happen to them when they slipped under the mud, and just had to go on back. And sometimes they would cap them on the way off. What kind of started that thing?
So we're going to be painting this thing black, and this is General Finishes Milk Paint Black. And I'm a real big fan of milk paint. My tool chest that shows up in a lot of these videos, I built it about, 4 years ago, and I used the old-fashioned milk company milk paint for that. That comes in a little brown bag. You have to mix it together with water and do about 3 or 4 steps before you can use it. This stuff right here is already ready to go. And it's made by General Finishes. That's a real popular brand with woodworkers. I've never used any of their stuff. Actually, I had to order it. I don't think you can get this thing at your Lowe's or any place like that. I've never seen it before there. Got this off Amazon. I'll leave a link down below too if you're interested in it. And we'll see how it goes. The milk paint, the old-fashioned milk paint company, that paint goes on really well. I like that stuff. But this right here will save us a few steps. See right there, it's a lamp black. You probably can't see it, you can get closer. Lamp black right there. So we'll mix some of this up and put it in a little plate. Get my little cheap roller out here and go ahead and paint this before I build the frame. And what's up here raised up off the floor, and I'll get down on my knees to paint it. So we'll do that, and we'll probably come back tomorrow and start building the frame. If it dries. It should dry though. It's about 48 degrees outside right now, and I got my little propane heater over here in the corner of the shop going, so it feels pretty good in here. It's probably in the 50s. So this stuff should be able to dry today, hopefully. Turned out pretty good. One coat was all it needed, and that little cheap roller actually got me through it. If I had to do that over again, I'd probably go down to Lowe's and get me a proper roller. That little dollar store roller was not very good, but it got the job done. Once we build the rest of this wood rack here, I'll probably try to hire my wife to paint the top of it. I am terrible at painting. I can see a lot of streaks and imperfections in there, but I'm not really worried about that. I'm not too picky when it comes to painting. But we'll probably get her up here in the shop and let her finish it off when we get done building it. And I'll probably let this sit up here for about 2 days. The temperature's dropped. It's about 42 degrees right now. So it might take about a day or two for this paint to cure. And that's the temperature outside. It's still in the 50s in here because I'm running my heater. So hopefully this thing will dry the next day or two and we can get back to building it. But until then, here's what's coming up tomorrow. So in tomorrow's video, we're going to be getting ready my newest adze here at the sawmill to use on the timber frame. The Council Tool Woodcraft Series pack adze. Now we'll be getting this adze ready for use. We'll be putting some linseed oil here on the handle. We'll be honing up the bit just a little. It's pretty sharp already, but I like to have it honed just a little bit more before I use it. I'll also do a few things to this leather sheath, and then we'll put it to the timber and see how good it does on doing the timber frame joints on our post. And from what I've seen and heard about this adze and the way it was designed, it should work really well for our use here at the sawmill. Looking forward to this, guys. So come back tomorrow, we'll put this thing to use. And one last thing here before we go, I got some footage coming down from a buddy of mine up north who uses this adze to build timber frames with. And I'll go ahead right now and give you guys a little sneak peek at what I'm talking about. So we'll see you back tomorrow, and I appreciate you watching. And thanks for hanging out with me and being patient. We're back here at the mill. It's a new year. Got a lot going on.